Okay, so Pradeep, talking about the IT industry in India. So my very first question is, how big is the IT industry in India?
It's huge actually.
I feel everything is IT.
Actually, the way it is touching, and every particular business is going for digitalization.
Right.
So it's a huge industry. Market estimate was around 2 years back. I remember it was 150 billion US dollars.
Right.
So I think it is still growing. And
I think in due course of time it will double almost.
almost, yeah. Because also if you look at the mindset, right? Everything has to be driven through IT. The core,
Right.
apart from the core business, all the supporting work is from IT. So definitely big
True.
market.
True. Talking from an India perspective, which or what stage do you think is the Indian IT industry?
So Indian IT industry is actually maturing now,
Okay.
right? So services. So if you look at it, right, India has always been offering services.
Right.
So from BPO to IT services, the primary industries here were services, but now the culture is gradually shifting. Okay. So product-based approaches have now started to crop up very well here. So the startup culture, as you see,
Yeah.
plus you have got very successful startups and like Flipkart and all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that shift, so you cannot imagine that 15 years back,
Right.
because that
Sure.
was where the primary money was coming from outside of India, and we were only doing these IT services. So we are on a good path actually, and the industries within India have also matured.
Right.
Their focus is also like either have the IT support or services within, or use IT services within the country. So
So if
it's good.
India is at a
Good point.
maturity stage, Pradeep, what do you think the developed countries or the other markets are in?
So there it's already heavily used. They are moving towards.
Saturation, probably.
You can't call saturation, because this is one area where innovations are constantly happening, and
And at a very fast
very
pace,
fast
I
pace. So if you look at it, right, quantum computing is now within, like people are able to use quantum computing over the cloud now. So they have started to do programs, see the capability of quantum computing. Google is leading it, IBM is there. So these things will definitely start coming in as become available to the consumers.
Right.
So if you look at the key areas that the IT is touching right now, it's the artificial intelligence, which is booming,
Right.
and then touching on the quantum computing aspect. So these two would combine once this becomes consumer ready, and then the possibilities are infinite, because that opens a new box altogether. So from what we do currently, this is already at a very good stage, right? A lot of automation, lot of business insights, all those things are already being generated.
Right.
But that coupled with these new capabilities which are being built, it is huge. Potential is huge.
Great. So like you said, the huge innovations coming in. Do you think our AI, ML, all these things are they really threats to the industry right now, or the people right now?
Actually, so I was thinking about that. So if you look at it, right, till the time the industrial revolution happened, so till that time, mostly it was like a family business everybody used to run, like a cobbler's son become cobbler and carpenter becomes carpenter. So that was where the job security was there, right? After the the industrial revolution, everything started moving towards industries, mass production, and better quality, right?
Right.
So all those things happened. So what happened is that trend still continues. Automation, and even if you look at cars, right? Car was something difficult to produce,
Right.
using a plant kind of setup, but that also happened. So this automation is bound to keep entering new fields every time. And you wouldn't be surprised if suddenly houses are also automated, right? 3D printing is going on.
Yeah.
So you can't be surprised on anything now. So these automations will keep happening. The threat, if you see, even with the limited computing powers that exist today, people are able to create viruses and these spywares and other kind of things.
Right.
So those negative aspects will always be there. We'll have to fight those, but automation will continue, reskilling will continue, because what will happen, right? Nobody is going to snatch away jobs.
Hmm.
Jobs will still exist, but they will be modified. There will be new job created
True.
because of a new way of doing things.
True.
So automation is here to stay, and
It's not
I
going
don't think
out
it's
anywhere.
anywhere. It is not a threat.
Okay. Okay. Do you think these newer technologies and automations, how is it? Okay, you've already answered that. Okay. What do you think are the key challenges of the IT industry right now?
See, key challenges here is it is more to do with the man force basically.
Okay.
So the skill set of people, and now the IT industry itself is not young, right? It has been here for 30-40 years now, and people who are working in this industry are also aging along with that.
Right.
So the skill set that they possess, it has to revamp after a certain period of time if you want to
Right.
stay relevant. So that is the key challenge here. If you don't reskill, you wouldn't be relevant in the market.
True.
So the only take here is that let's say the older technologies, right? They are not
They're not even in use. I
not
suppose.
being used anymore. So anybody who still sticks to that would become irrelevant. So
They would become obsolete in time. Okay. What do you think are the pros and cons of working in this field, in the IT field?
see, we started this discussion with this fact that the IT is touching all the industries,
Industry,
right?
true.
So this becomes like a horizontal layer on the all the vertical industries.
Right.
So you do specialize in a certain vertical, but you belong to the IT world. So the scope, if you consider, it is vast, right?
True.
So if anybody enters the IT industry, his scope becomes vast. So that is the pro of this, because you might be working in today in one vertical, you can move to other vertical.
True.
So the con again is because you are considered a generalist, right? You are not considered a specialist of particular vertical. So that is the con of this, because what happens, right? If you are, let's say, a learning guy who has IT guy worked in learning,
Yeah.
right? A pure play IT person would take you as a learning person,
Yeah.
and a pure play learning person will take you as the IT guy.
Yeah.
So that is the con.
Gone off
Yeah.
it. Okay. Okay. How do you think the startup ecosystem is changing the landscape of the industry?
So, see, this is one very welcome change which is happening.
Right.
People now, a lot of focus has moved to startups, and a lot of people are taking their time and effort into, getting into a startup
Right.
mode, and a lot of them are succeeding also. So, if you look at it, right, getting into a startup or starting a new company, you have to have that confidence that you're building something unique which doesn't exist.
Right.
And that itself should be a good motivation, or something which should motivate people, that people are starting to think differently, because till if you remember the 90s and the 2000s, the focus was more in providing service to whatever customers wanted than building softwares which are unique in their offerings. So this startup culture has started to pick up, and lot of companies are doing well, plus larger companies are buying these startups, because if you remember, before the startup culture there was a culture of innovations which were being pushed through. So that innovation led to this startup culture. So larger companies were trying to innovate within their own self, but that doesn't survive, because people
limited, I see.
it is limited. It is limited. People are shy of sharing their own ideas in a larger organization. But if they have to try on their own and fail on their own, they are okay to do that. So that is where the startup came in. It's a positive change.
Positive change. Okay. Talking about manpower, what do you think are the challenges the industry currently faces, and what factors need immediate attention?
Yeah, see, as I mentioned before, right, skill set
Is the key factor here.
So unless people keep upgrading their skill set, they would not be relevant. So the only factor here which could affect a person's career would be to give himself some time to keep current on what is going on. So if he lacks there, then you would have a troubled time going forward.
Interesting. What is your suggestion to mid-career people in the IT industry?
Mid-career is a very important point in the
In a person's
career.
life, yeah.
So what happens is this part, if you stay attached to older things, your future becomes bleak. But if you take up what is coming up new and keep abreast on those things, you will, with your experience of the past and the practical knowledge that you have, you can become a very strong tool for the future. So mid-career people should focus more on their career, more on sharpening the skills and the futuristic skills particularly, because that combination will definitely help them. If at the beginning of the career you can maybe stay a little laid back or not focused, but once you reach the mid, that is the defining phase.
Interesting. So staying relevant is the key element in all of this.
That is across all industries, if you see, right? Even if you look at Amitabh Bachchan, right?
Yeah.
He has always been relevant to what is going on. So he has not remained that old Amitabh.